All praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Makar Kodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, and Shalom to the elect to the nation of Israel. This is going to be a lesson going into how a lot of people think, or a lot of people assume, that having a large amount of followers or being considered popular in this world is what means that you're righteous and is what means that you're doing the right thing, man. So what I decided to do is I decided to look up on the internet, right? I decided to look up on the internet the amount of followers that people like T.D. Jakes have, and Joel Osteen, I think that's how you say it, Joel Osteen. So I looked up how many subscriptions that T.D. Jakes had on YouTube, right? And he had like what 1.88 billion. So 1,888,000 people he has subscribed to his channel, right? And then I looked at how many Joel Osteen had, and he had, I think it was 2.46 million. So that's what 2,460,000 people that are subscribed to his channel, right? Now, just based on that alone, right? If they was somehow righteous and was somehow teaching the truth regarding the Bible, you should theoretically be able to find 144,000 within that number, right? Because 1 million is more than 144,000. 1,888,000 is that 144,000 would divide into that number a couple of times over, and then it would divide into 2.46 million, even more times than that, right? Yet for some reason, the 144,000 has not been able to be sealed with all of these people that these people have in their churches, man, right? And then when you take into account the amount of Christians that are supposedly worldwide, it's 2.38 billion the last time I checked, which was about 2 days ago. 2.38 billion people that follow some form of Christianity in the world. Yet for some reason, 144,000 has not been sealed from that doctrine, man. And why is that? Because obviously they're not telling the truth, man, right? Now, the reason why you've got a lot of these people that follow these fake doctrines of Christianity is because the scriptures are clear, man. It lets you know, and it says that broad is the way that leads to destruction, meaning that there's a lot of people that are going to go to these different ways that can destroy you, but there's not many people that are going to go the ways that are for the truth. And I want to read a particular scripture, man, but I want to make sure that I read it in exactly what it says. But I believe it says, you know what? Let me not even try and guess what it says, man. Let me find it. Give me a second. I want to find exactly what this scripture says, man. Salakia. This is Proverbs chapter 14 and verse 12. There is a way which seemeth right unto a man, but the end thereof are the ways of death. So you've got all these people that want to try and talk about how many subscribers they've got, or they want to boast on how many subscribers they've got, right? Yet the apostles of Great Millstone, just from their 4 particular channels, that their individual channels that they have, right? I don't even think that comes up to 50,000 subscribers. Yet here it is, they're telling the truth. So it's not about subscribers, man. It's better to have 0 subscribers and 1 person that views your videos without subscribing, but that person's of the elect and are getting the milk of the scriptures and in the meat of the scriptures if you're a person that's able to teach both of those things. But it's more so important that they get the milk than for you to be having 2.46 billion people that are prepared to all give £10 a week in tithes to be able to allow you to get a big house in the hills somewhere, right? Be able to get a private jet, be able to make you fill your stomach, because at the end of it, when it's all said and done, you're going to get destroyed for lying to people. You're going to get absolutely destroyed, man, for teaching people lies. Let me read that scripture again. Proverbs chapter 14 and verse 12. There is a way which seemeth right unto a man, but the end thereof are the ways of death. And there's many people that believe all these different ways on the earth, right? You got many people that believe all these different forms of Christian, and you've got a whole bunch of false doctrines as well, man. I heard a bugged out doctrine just yesterday of somebody saying that in order to become an Israelite, you have to be circumcised, which is absolutely stupid, because that means they're trying to say that females cannot be Israelites, and I'm not even going to go into the ins and outs of their doctrine because it's so stupid what they're talking about that it's not even worth doing. But they're trying to say that you have to get circumcised in order to be an Israelite, which, let's go to another thing that proves that that's BS, right? The circumcision is supposed to take place on the 8th day. So does that mean that these people are saying that that child's not an Israelite on the first day that they've been born out of their mother's womb? They're not an Israelite on the second day, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, or the seventh, but they only become an Israelite once they get circumcised. That's stupid, man. Right? Then you've got other people that want to try and say things about Paul, right? Well, like here's the thing, man. With Israelites, we be patient and we try and tell people, try and teach people the scriptures, man. But once people start pushing out certain false doctrines, man, the need for me to talk back and forth with you anymore after that is done, right? Because there's a whole bunch of false doctrines out there. And once you're going to start saying things about questioning whether certain things in the Bible are to be believed or certain things are not to be believed, well, then that's when you're eventually going to start questioning every single book. That's when you're going to start saying, well, how do we know that Moses was real? Oh, how do we know that this prophet was real? How do we know that that prophet was real? And eventually you're just going to bug out and not want to believe in the whole Bible, man. So anyone that's trying to come and he's got itching ears for any false doctrines, man. Either leave that alone or stay in it, bug out, and get destroyed. It's your choice, man. It's going to be your choice. It's going to be your choice. Because none of these people ain't trying to take... all these people really want to try and do a lot of the times, man, is they want to try and take away the faith that you have. And that's not going to work, man. Proverbs chapter 14 and verse 12 again. There is a way which seemeth right unto a man, but the end thereof are the ways of death. There is a way which seemeth right unto a man, but the end thereof are the ways of death. And the scriptures also say that broad is the way that leads to destruction. So there's going to be many people that are going to think that they've got it together. They're going to think that they had the right way, right? But they ain't going to have the right way. They're going to get destroyed, man. There's going to be many people that really thought that they had the juice, man. They're going to really have thought that they knew what was going on in the world, man. And there's many other false doctrines. There's the virgin birth doctrine. There's supersessionism. There's the book of Hebrews cannot be substantiated. There's the 144,000 of all Jehovah's Witnesses. There's Yahushai isn't the true name. That's a false doctrine because Yahushai is the true name. There's Yahweh's names called Yahweh, right? That's a false doctrine. There's the false doctrine of it doesn't really matter what color the Israelites are. That doesn't matter. There's the false doctrine of the color of the Lord, of the Messiah. Doesn't matter. That's a false doctrine because it does matter. Because the scriptures say a little leaven leaveneth the whole lump. So if you're speaking one lie, you've leavened the lump and you've leavened the whole lump. The lump, the doctrine, has to be without any leaven. So there's not supposed to be no lies up in there, man. And anyone that is spreading lies, including if I do, will get destroyed, man. And ultimately, all these people that are on these garbage doctrines anyway, what's going to end up happening to them is they're going to be trying to question the Bible, continually questioning it to the point where they're not going to believe that it's real, right? Esau's going to make a particular thing that's mentioned in Revelation, the 13th chapter and the 16th verse become mandatory. And because they're not going to have any faith in the Bible, which is the only book that condemns taking that, they're going to be like, you know what, I'm going to take it. And they're going to take it. The demons on them are going to trick them into thinking that they made the right decision, right? And then eventually they're going to see Yahushai come in the chariots of heaven in power and glory, and they're going to get destroyed, man. That's what's going to happen. And I'm going to end this lesson there, man. All right? There's a whole bunch of people that are on bugged out doctrines, man. If you're a person that cares about your salvation, right, I suggest you leave all these bugged out doctrines alone, man. Right? If you want to try and question, if you're going to try and question anything in the Bible and say that it's not real, well, then eventually you're just going to end up bugging out and being on something else, man. That's what's going to end up happening. I'm going to end the lesson there. All praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem HaKadosh. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone, and Shalom to the elect of the nation of Israel. Shalom.